Great. As Susan mentioned, I'm an adjunct professor with Arcadia University, and the image I'm showing tonight is an example for one of my courses I'm currently teaching, where we're creating WebQuests. So this is an ability to create an activity for your students with resources that you have selected, and the students are able to go at their own pace. So this example, one that I put together for my grad students, uh, goes off the premise that the students are the editor-in-chief of a magazine company, and they are to pick which was the greatest president of all time. And so the students have resources, all these different touches that'll take them to sites like history.com, where they can learn about each of the presidents. They can listen to a famous speech by that president. They'll have access to a photograph of that president that is in public domain, so we can talk about that as well. And then their task is to go through each of these numbers in the center. So the first one would ask them just a quick little Google form, a little survey, which president would they select as their greatest. And then number two, they have a link to Big Huge Labs where they're able to design the magazine cover using the photograph and any type of blurbs that they found in their research. And then the final step to their project is to go to a Google Doc, and they're going to actually write up the article in defense of why the magazine selected that president. And that's where their research would then come into play. As well as down here in the bottom, I put a little question mark there. If the students had any questions, they could email me and be able to get answers to those questions they have. This was set up as an example for my grad students, and they started to notice, oh, sometimes it's hard to see the numbers, and one person even mentioned there were no directions, so I added the little green star to kind of give a little bit of direction for the students. But as I told them, this was set up with items that could be considered flaws or areas for improvement for them to keep in mind when they get to design their own web quest using thing like